Alright, we are on our way. I guess we're hitting a little bit of traffic here coming up. It's merging. We're in Harrisburg. We just missed a really nice bridge, but oops, sorry, buddy. Tim, can I get a nice view over there? I'm gonna go across Tim there. Alright, quick shot of Tim driving. There he is. Quick shot of me. There we are. Oh, I hit a button on the other side. I hope it didn't mess something up. No, I didn't.
That's fine. And then you just push that button and stop.
2023 summer camp. Almost there. What do we got? 11 miles, 14 minutes. We're almost there, boys.
Well, We're outside of the arcade summer camp, hosted by our grateful host, Gibby of the Crater Cade. And it's the last night after all the campers have left of Arcade Summer Camp 2024. This is our 4th year doing this, and we've all meant to take a video and show the amazing collection of games that have been here to offer. And yes, time was spent in the pool. It is summer camp, after all. In previous years, time was spent in the pool, fixing games, even arts and crafts activities. The hot tub for warming up on a cool evening. And even a storm has come through, demolishing the tent that Gibby was using to finish the latest edition of the Crater Cade. And right through this entrance, we'll see the latest edition of the Crater Cade for Arcade Summer Camp. As we enter the latest edition of the Crater Cade Garage, the pinball room, where our host Gibby has put his pinball machines all in a lineup and plans to expand this area with more games. More games to be added, more games to be finished. And last year, this was the arts and crafts room where we built a working PCB that did some simple things. On the end is a Zeke's Peak, and now we've got some classic Bally games and the max RPM that our friend Bruce is working ever so diligently on to recreate the gradient piece of paper that is used for the optical sensors for the throttle. A bump and jump delivered by the one and only Whitney from Broken Token. And Millionaire is always telling me to get a job because he knows that YouTube doesn't pay. Much time was spent playing Theater of Magic and Stranger Things. And here is the messy workbench that Gibby does not like to show anybody, but where him and several other campers spend a significant amount of time pretending to fix things. Here is one of our last campers working diligently on RPM, trying ever so hard to get the latest piece of gradient tape that's used for the opto sensors on what, Bruce?
Max RPM.
Oh, I'm sorry, max RPM. What's it used for?
For the throttle.
The throttle?
Gas throttle. Mm-hmm.
And he's going to tape it back together, or he's going to break it.
I don't know if it's going to work if I tape it back together.
We may have to go to the digital realm. As we come through from the workshop area, we come down into the main level arcade. Main level arcade takes us to beer fridges, more beer fridges, some beautiful carpeting, and the amazing, well, it's an ice cream machine, but this is for Dole Whip. If you haven't had Dole Whip, you don't know what you're missing. But this is for Dole Whip, where this thing is filled continuously with flavored, soft serve, fruity things. You know, pineapple, mango, orange, raspberry, and even some vanilla. But here we have entered into the main Crater Cade, where Arcade Summer Camp is hosted. All our campers have left, but I just want to give you an idea of what it looks like when we have Arcade Summer Camp. And no, you cannot send your children here. This is an adult event. Some of the favorites from this year included Space Sap, Space Encounters. The Omega Race is always a hit, and personally, one of my favorite vectors now that I've played it in the cockpit format. Pole position is always going, and some high scores were set. I thought I had the #1 position until our friend Kapow from Kapow's Adventure took the #1 spot for me by 50 points. 50 points. But it was a good run. Let's take a quick walk around. Oh, wait, here are the scores. Yep, there's Kapow at the top and me. And then notice my 222 run where I should have had 65,000, but I didn't get pole position. Should have had pole position, but I didn't. Here's our community cooler where people spent stealing other people's beer. Some vector games for everybody to see. I'm not going to talk about every game because our friend Delusional was here from Dell's Arcade, and I think he's going to be doing a walkthrough at some point to talk about the games with our host Gibby. Many races were had on the Super GT, a quality racing game from Sega. Hopefully you can make it through all 15 laps and enjoy the rubber banding effect that it has to offer. Our friend on Timber kept a watchful eye over all the games. Previous tournaments have included games like Arabian and Kangaroo. Red Baron has been a frequent hit lately. Notice the high scores there. Friend Kapow from Kapow's Adventure is really going for high scores lately. I think he's got some bragging he wants to do, perhaps. All right. Let's take a quick trip upstairs to the upstairs arcade. Up in the lounge area, where some of our guests spend their time sleeping, we've got a couple projects and other games that are getting worked on. I figured I'd show them to you. I am looking forward to seeing a Targ up and running. But we have some cabarets over here that are worth taking a look at. I'm looking forward to some of these games being up and running, and some of them are up and running. We're now at the upstairs level of the arcade, where some more classics reside. Now, as this is an arcade, games do break. So if you do see a game off, just know that it may not have survived the summer camp weekend, or we were working on it, because that did happen. These games were run, and run hard. Mini tournaments, pinball tournaments, all those things happen while we're here. But let's do a quick walkthrough while we're down here, or up here. Now, some of you guys may know our friend Jeff Kinder from the Dragon's Lair project, and him and Gibby have been competing for a Century Row. And Jeff, just so you know, this is Gibby's row, and he's got it up and running. And this is the competition that those two are having internally. Now, if you haven't played Kickman, I encourage you to play Kickman. Kickman is a fun game where you get to catch and pop balloons. And one person doesn't like to catch and pop balloons. Tournament games this year did include Donkey Kong Jr. and Pleiades. Let's head around the corner here. Now, the arcade also serves as an Airbnb or more like a bed and breakfast. Yeah, Zookeeper, you're a little tired, aren't you? It's fine. We'll reboot you and get you back up and running. But the arcade serves as the bed and breakfast for all our campers, where all our guests stay. And what's better to sleep in an actual arcade? Just bring your mattress, blow it up, and spend some quality time here. The cruising has come back to life on the right side. Left side still is not happy. Again, this is what happens when you run an arcade. Games do break. But again, this is just some of the fun that we got to have here at Summer Camp 2024. And it's sad that it's come to an end. But I wanted to share it with everybody. And perhaps there'll be a nice montage at the end. as Arcade Summer Camp 2024 comes to a close, I'd like to thank our host of the Crater Cade, Gibby.
What's going on?
Gibby, our host of Arcade Summer Camp 2024.
Who's enjoying this treehouse that you brought?
Treehouse
All the way
is
from the northeast.
yeah. I'm more known as the delivery guy now for the
You're my
treehouse.
fixer. And you're also the #1 camp counselor, along with
Our friend Kapow from Kapow's Arcade Adventure. And, you know, our friend John over here made the Camp Troy 2024 sign to thank our host, Gibby. And the sign lights up. But also to thank some of our friends who could not be here this time. I want to thank Any Mike from Arcade Summer Camp 2023 who helped us with the Arts and Crafts project. He's also known as Synthetic Technologies. And along with some of the other guests that we had here at this Arcade Summer Camp, I want to give a shout out to a bunch of people, including Whitney from Broken Token. We had Steve O from Fireball Arcade out of Front Royal, Virginia. We had Brian out of Port City Pinball. We had Charlie from Overtime Arcade. Overtime Arcade. You know the guy. I think he's going to be on WWE next year. We also had Dell from Delusionals Arcade. We had Bruce, the master guru and admin of the B&K Rejuvenator Facebook group. We had Jeff Prescott, host of the Old No Quarters Arcade podcast. While he says it's dormant, it's still very good. And he was here. We had Jack Lick from Jack Lick's Arcade Tech and Repair Journey. We had one of our friends, Mike R.K. from Clav. You may know him as one of the master board repair people in the hobby. We also had Liam and Sam from Retrobotics. We had some other friends here. This is not all of them, but this is some of them. We had Alan from Homebar 124, who is an enabler and pinball dealer to our host, Gibby. And we had Andy Tap-Tap-A-Roo, who always finished last in every tournament. And without him, well, we would finish last. And we don't want to finish last, so we need him. And to all our camp goers, please stop breaking the games. Or do keep breaking the games, because that gives us something to do. And here at Arcade Summer Camp, we enjoy fixing arcade games. Until next year at Arcade Summer Camp 2025, our 5th year doing it next year, have a good night. From Crater Cade and our host, Gibby of the Crater Cade. Big thanks to that man, wherever he is. He's gone. He ran away. Oh, he's there! He's drinking the treehouse beer. He's there drinking the treehouse beer.
looking forward to 2025.
And 2025, he's going to have us. He wants us here for a longer time every time so we can just keep fixing more of his games.
That's right.
All right. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
les étrangers.